It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Rhys Wicks with 2NURFM Hunter News. It seems unions and business groups are at loggerheads over the Fair Work Commission's move to back a $16 a week raise to the minimum wage. Unions insist the 2.5% increase is at least $11 short, leaving up to 2 million low-income earners out in the cold, while the Chamber of Commerce warns of a backlash on job seekers and small business. But Newcastle Trades Hall Secretary Daniel Wallace says the whole workforce deserves a fair go.
We do need a lot more to be done. We want to make sure that those minimum wage or minimum award jobs are done by Australians, and that you've got the opportunity to pay your mortgage and pay your bills and feed your kids and be able to have a standard of living that is acceptable here in the Hunter region.
Emergency crews have issued a warning to hunter hikers on the back of several bushland rescues around the region in recent weeks. It's after a man was brought to safety suffering severe hypothermia yesterday, following 4 nights stranded in freezing conditions at the Wattagans National Park near Coorambong. Glenn Ramplin from the Hunters Westpac Rescue Helicopter Service says people need to implement appropriate safety protocols.
The Australian Search and Rescue have got a website that you can put all the details down, plus contact numbers for people, and should you do happen to set your beacon off, they can make some calls just to see whether it's actually been activated. If you put all your details down, then they've got a good idea of where the beacon is going off, and especially ones that are GPS equipped, that they'll actually give the authorities latitude and longitude. We can actually home in on that signal.
The cost of the Hunters' wild April weather are starting to come to light, with more than $1.5 billion in claims made so far. The Insurance Council of Australia estimates close to $630 million worth of damage has been caused to domestic residences and $172 million claimed on commercial entities. General Manager for Communications Campbell Fuller says households need to make claims as soon as possible to assist in a quick turnaround.
The process will start as soon as the claim is lodged and assessed. So the faster that householders can talk to their insurer about lodging a claim, the sooner that process can start, and all claims from this catastrophe are being prioritised.
Meanwhile, Stockton Beach is set to remain closed for vehicle access as the cleanup from April's wild weather continues. Parts of the 22-kilometre beachfront have had up to 15 metres of frontal dune stripped off, which has contributed to millions of tonnes now lost. National Parks and Wildlife Services Acting Area Manager Tony DeMamiel says the area has become too unsafe for public access.
And the beachfront level itself has actually dropped, so we've got these tides that are coming in are swamping that in the tidal zone, and the vehicles are basically where vehicles normally drive is inundated with water.
The Hunter River Salinity Trading Scheme Operations Committee will see some faces join the team, with the Environmental Protection Authority appointing 2 new members. The group is made up of 9 people, all of which represent a different aspect of interest towards the river. EPA Acting Director Adam Gilligan says the committee focuses on making sure the river's ecosystem remains healthy.
Mines in the Hunter Valley generate salty water as part of their operations, and the Salinity Trading Scheme is designed to make sure that the impact of discharging that sort of water to the river system is minimised, and so this committee works to manage that process.
And Hunter TAFE has wrapped up their celebrations of World Environment Day today, giving insight into the future of greener modes of transport. The event was accompanied by live music and designer stalls run by the design students. Hunter TAFE's Coordinator of Environment Initiatives, Neil Farmer, says World Environment Day is something the campus takes seriously.
The theme of World Environment Day this year is 7 billion dreams, 1 planet, consume with care. And so students are really embracing that theme around, all of our 600 or more courses. And we're looking at saving energy, water, waste, and all of those things. And it's something that the Institute takes very seriously. Our Student Association are on board, our fantastic teachers are on board, and our fantastic students as well.
In finance, the All Ords is down 41.6 points at 55.98, and $1 is buying 77.94 US cents.
Sport for our sponsor, NewcastleCheapestCars.com.au.
The Newcastle Knights are preparing to welcome captain Kurt Gidley back onto the field as the side gears up for Saturday's round 13 blockbuster against Canberra. The skipper will step into halfback for an injured Tyrone Roberts, who's facing more than a month on the sidelines with an ankle sprain, partnering rookie Carlos Tumavave, who impressed during his club debut against the Warriors last round. Young gun Jack Stockwell is also set to receive some more time in the spotlight as he continues covering the injured Jeremy Smith at lock. Former Jets goalkeeper coach Bob Catlin is pleading with the club to reinstate him to the role, now the franchise is firmly in the hands of the FFA. It comes just a year after he was forced to make way for Neil Young under a raft of changes introduced by then-coach Phil Stubbins. And the FFA is being urged to hold off on selling the Jets as the hunt begins for a new owner, prompting fears the move could send the club hurtling back into chaos. It's as the governing body looks to secure a buyer before the start of the 2015-16 season in October. That's Sport, I'm Belinda Dallas Harris.
2 on your FM news time is 2:05.